Haha, funny number. But still, you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. So, let's review something big. The Devil's Reign. After the success of Rosemary's Baby in 1968 and The Exorcist in 73, everyone was talking devils. Absolutely most incredible ending of any motion picture. Big talk for a movie that's PG. Then again, it is the 70s, so PG meant something else. And it is by the director of the 70s Saw. The opening credits are played over the Garden of Earthly Delights. Only one half of the painting. It's the most famous painting by Bosch, known for its religious symbolism and crazy designs. Despite being made in the early Renaissance, it does look like a better done painting from the medieval period. And I hope you like it, because we watch it for 4 minutes. Well, there's the rain. William Shatner comes home surprisingly dry for how much rain's outside. He was looking for his dad, but couldn't find him. And of course, he's right at the door, with no eyes. He explains that some guy named Corpus is looking for a special book. And then he melts away, and we watch it completely. Apparently the book Corpus is looking for is a satanic Bible. Shatner goes to investigate some weird noises, and in like 2 minutes, apparently cultists broke into his house, smashed up the place, and kidnapped Mom. And then Shatner spends so much time thinking about where he's going to go, it goes from night and rainy to early morning and sunny. And then he drives to the place, in what feels like real time, where he meets Corpus, played by Ernest Borgnine, you might know from McHale's Navy, and he has bigger buck teeth than I do. And the two decide to have a face-off. If Corpus wins, he gets the book and Shatner's soul. But if Shatner wins, he gets Mom back and keeps the book. So then the two have an overacting off. Ernest Borgnine wins. The cultists then attack William Shatner. He tries defending himself, just to learn instead of blood, they're filled with delicious rainbow sherbet. Shatner tries running away, but the cameraman ditches him. Meanwhile, on the set of Big Bad Mama, we meet Shatner's brother Tom, and he's showing off that his wife Julie is psychic. She has visions of the church, and Shatner getting tortured. So the two go to investigate, in what feels like real time, because the 70s loved wasting people's time. The two eventually make it to the church, but they get attacked by John Travolta. Seriously, this is John Travolta, in his first role, before Carrie, before Grease, and before joining a real dangerous cult, which he was introduced to by Julie's actress. And from John Travolta, Julie gets a vision of Corpus's past, and when you think he can't get any more silly, now he's in a pilgrim costume. Back in colonial times, apparently he and a bunch of people sold their soul to the devil and wrote it down in a book, because that's just what people did back then. People didn't have anything to do before the internet, you see. But ah crap, someone sneezed too loud. Now they're going to be burned as a witch. So Corpus hexes the town. In modern times, Tom decides to go take on the town by himself and sends Julie to go get the sheriff. But oh no, Mom snuck into the car, and she's a cultist now. It was such a nice night, they decide to have their satanic ritual outside. Tom infiltrates them, and then Ernest Borgnine blows up and turns into a goat. Then Corpus curses Shatner. Apparently he's not going to be the hero for once. And he turns him into Michael Myers. For those who don't know, the original Michael Myers mask was just a Captain Kirk mask. They painted the skin white, messed up the hair, dyed it a little darker, and removed the eyebrows and sideburns. And just like in this movie, blacked out eyes. This movie will have came out the same year as the Captain Kirk mask. That's so weird. Eventually they notice Tom, so he has to run away. Then he makes it back to a house where he meets whoever this is, who tells him about the Devil's Bible, saying it's a book of people who sold their souls, and apparently Corpus has been looking for 300 years. I wonder what his secret is.
You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret? I don't dare tell you. You don't need me. I masturbate a lot.
Same. Either way, they have Julie, and they're gonna sacrifice her or whatever. So now it's up to Tom and whoever this is to go rescue her. They break into the church where they find the devil's egg. And on the inside of the egg, apparently that's where he's been keeping all the souls he's been collecting. And the literal rain. You thought they just spelled it wrong, because in English, rain can also mean like ruling. But no, they do mean rain, as in sky water. This is so dumb. And fun fact, the egg is apparently just a weird casing around a TV. They hear the cultists coming, so they hide, but crap, they drop the book. So John Travolta gives the book to Ernest Borgnine. Tom jumps at the cultist to try and stop him, but gets defeated. And then What's-His-Face tries to smash the egg and is hilariously easily defeated. And of course, William Shatner has to be the good guy, so he's the one who actually smashes the egg. And then the last 10 minutes is just watching the cultists melt away. It's cool and yet disgusting and takes forever. Eventually the church blows up and Tom and Julie hug. But plot twist, Corpus is still alive and he swapped places with Julie, who's now in the Devil's Rain egg thing. Even though it was smashed. So where the hell is she? Either way, this was the Devil's Rain. And it's alright. There's definitely some silliness to it, and it does have 70s pacing issues. But overall, I enjoyed myself watching it. Ernest Borgnine as Corpus is really good. He's the right amount of creepiness for a cultist character. The effects are really, really good for a movie that had basically such a little budget that the director didn't know how little they have. And a lot of the people who worked on this movie did have very successful careers afterwards, other than just William Shatner and John Travolta. The editor of the film was Michael Kahn. 1 year after this movie, he would edit for Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He did such a good job, he became Steven Spielberg's only editor, which is a pretty damn good job. And of course, the movie did have a technical advisor you might have heard of if you know anything about Satanism. The man himself, Anton Szandor LaVey. What a guy, what a man, what a legend. And no, the Church of Satan isn't really like how it's depicted in the movie. They don't actually kill people and turn others into blind minions full of sherbet. Any more than any other religion does. Either way, yeah, I would still recommend this movie. I'll probably give it like a 6.